Hello everyone, today we are going to watch the film named Gemma Bovery. The film starts by showing a 50-year-old man. His name is Martin. Martin was married to a beautiful woman and also was an owner of a bakery in a small village in France. One day, a couple come to live next to his house. He goes to see them and greets them and introduces himself to them. The couple's name is Gemma and Charlie. Next day, Gemma and Charlie come to Martin's bakery to buy bread. Martin is really happy to see her at his place. Martin gets admired by Gemma's beauty. That day these two talk to each other just for a couple of minutes and then she leaves. Later on, when Martin was on his way home, he met Gemma on the road. He then takes her to show him a beautiful garden which Gemma likes very much. Next day when Martin is asleep at his home, Charlie comes to his house and says that they do not have electricity in his home. Martin goes to their home and in no matter of time, he fixes it and the light comes. After that Martin's wife too joins them for a talk. They stays at their home for a while. When they all were talking, Martin was just continuously staring at Gemma. Next day, Gemma once again comes to his bakery, but this time she was all alone. She tells Martin that his bread is really tasty. Martin asks Gemma if she wants to know how he make bread. Gemma says yes and Martin takes her to the kitchen room where he used to make breads. While she makes bread, she feels very hot in that room. So Gemma starts feeling hot so she takes off her sweater. Seeing all this, Martin is unable to control himself and starts looking at Gemma's bosom. After a few days, when Martin was heading somewhere, he sees Gemma walking toward him. He asks Gemma why she is not coming to buy bread and it's been few weeks. Gemma says that she is dieting and she has stopped eating bread. They both talk to each other for a while and leaves. Within a minute Gemma feels intense pain in her back. She calls Martin for help and Martin quickly run back to her. She say there is an insect in her clothes and has bitten her. She asked Martin to take that insect out of her clothes. Martin quickly opened her cloth buttons and searches inside her cloths. He grabs the worm and pull it out. He tells her that you have been bitten by a poisonous insect, and that he has to suck out the poison from her back. Gemma tells Martin to do whatever wants to and Martin immediately starts sucking out. Then a boy named Harp comes there and seeing Martin doing this, he asks Martin what happened. While Martin starts to elaborate the situation, Gemma faints and fell down. Seeing this, Harp and Martin immediately take her to the hospital, where the doctor says by giving injection to Gemma that she is completely alright. While coming back, Gemma lays her head on Martin's shoulder, which makes Martin very happy, and he starts to feel that Gemma too starts to like him. Then he drops Gemma at her house. Later Martin sees Gemma going somewhere in the market, and he watches Harp talking with Gemma. Martin feels jealousy looking at Harp holding her hand and trying to impress her. After a few days, Gemma meets Harp once again in a supermarket. He talked to her for a while. Harp tells Gemma about his favorite wine and Gemma buys the same wine, and then he invites her at his house for lunch. She could not refuse and says yes. Next day, when she was on her way to the Harp's home, Martin watches her going that way, after which Gemma walks inside Harp's house. After seeing all this, Martin gets tensed and thinks why Gemma must have gone inside Harp's house alone. He kept waiting for a really long time right in front of the house, but she did not come out and so he went home. At the same night, when they all were having dinner together, he sees bruises on Gemma's neck. Now he finally understands that Gemma was having romance with Harp in his house and having an extramarital affair. Martin was really upset because the girl he was in love with was having an affair with someone who she had met couple of days ago. Martin walks out of the house without saying a word. Next day he sees Gemma once again sneaking out of his home in the morning. He knew where she was going but could not do anything about it. Gemma goes straight to the Harp's house where they seen kissing each other. This proves that Gemma is really having an affair with Harp. Next day she comes to buy some bread from his bakery. She tells Martin that Charlie has gone to London for a few days. She then leaves but forget one of her bread pack right there. So Martin goes to her home to deliver the bread pack. When he reached Gemma's house, he sees Harp in her house and he quickly hides behind the wall. Gemma and Harp are having romance together. Martin tried to listen what they are speaks by hiding behind the window. Harp say to Gemma that he really in love with her and Gemma too says the same. Martin was really upset and gets angry because he loves Gemma so much. He goes to his home and stays up all night thinking about her. Then they were seeing each other almost every other day. Whenever they get the chance, she always comes to see him in romance. One day, she accidentally breaks a very precious idol of Harp's mom while touching it. Gemma says that she will get Charlie to fix it. Before leaving from there, Gemma tells Harp that both of us should go to London and settle there. Harp also agrees to this. After a few days, she gets a letter from Harp saying that he is going to Paris forever and cannot see you anymore. Later, Harp's mom had come back home and searches for the idol. She asks Harp about the idol. Harp says that there were scratches on the idol so he is given to Charlie to repair it. Meanwhile, Gemma wants to talk to Harp, but she was so hurt that she even went halfway to his home and returns back. Gemma was so heartbroken that she did not even talk to her husband for weeks. Then one day her husband tells her that he is going to London for a few months. Then Gemma says she wants to talk to him. He says that she didn't talk to him for a week and now she wants to talk to him. He was so angry that he leaves without saying a word to her. Gemma cried whole night because nothing was making her happy now. She was completely alone in her home. One day when Martin was on his way to somewhere, he finds Gemma's dog on the street and he comes to Gemma's house to return her dog. At home, Gemma gives him a letter to read which was written in French. The letter is from Harp's mom asking about the idol. Further, Gemma asks Martin to write a reply to the letter, but Martin says that he will reply to it in a day or two. Now Martin begins to leave, but Gemma was so depressed that she asked him to sit with her for a while, so he decided to give her a company. When she was giving him a cup of tea, he was continuously staring at her bosom. After that she comes and sit really close to her. Martin is having a best moment of his life. After a few days Gemma meets her ex-boyfriend Patrick, and in the very next scene Martin sees both of them kissing while returning to the home. Seeing that, Martin gets shocked and he starts feeling that Gemma is an unfaithful wife. After that Gemma and Patrick were seen in the restaurant. That's when Gemma realizes that she is doing wrong. So she tells Patrick that this should never happen between us and you should forget all, because she still loves her husband Charlie. On coming home, Gemma calls Charlie and tells that she loves him very much and cannot live without him. Hearing this, Charlie gets emotional and he leaves to return back to Gemma. Next day, she asked Martin once again to come to her home. When they were talking with each other, Martin mistakenly says something about Harp. She was shocked that he knows about Harp. Then he say, "I really do not like you keep crying all the time." Gemma asked him not to interfere in her life, because she can handle her life by herself. He say he should not need to interfere in her life, but he really cares about her and he always will. Gemma really loved the way Martin feels about her, and then she goes to him and kiss him. Martin was really happy that finally he had his first kiss with her. He goes to his bakery right away and baked a cake for her. He also wrote Gemma's name on it and later he put it right in front of her door. Then Patrick comes to see Gemma at her home and says someone has left it at your door. She looked at that cake and keeps smiling. Then they both goes inside and starts to talk. Between when she ate a piece of cake, she started choking. Cake stuck in her throat and Patrick was trying to squeeze her from the back, so that piece of cake would come out. Suddenly Charlie arrives at the home and he sees both of them in such an intimidate position. He thinks that Patrick is trying to compel his wife. He gets furious and pull him away from Gemma. They both started fighting with each other. Her husband had no idea that Gemma was choking inside. Within a minute she fell on the ground and dies, and the movie ends. Thanks for watching the video.